The Economic Showdown, USA versus China versus Japan by 2025. The global economy is at a pivotal juncture where three powerhouses, the United States, China, and Japan, are competing, collaborating, and reshaping the future of trade, technology, and innovation. Their decisions today will shape the global economic landscape not just for 2025 but for decades. This video will break down the economic strengths, challenges, and trajectories of these three nations, showing how their competition and interdependence will affect our lives. This is not just about numbers or GDP rankings, it's about understanding the foundations of global trends that will determine the future of work, sustainability, and innovation for all. Let's dive deep into this economic showdown, USA versus China versus Japan by 2025. The United States, China, and Japan are often seen as pillars of the global economy, but they each bring distinct strengths and face unique challenges. Together, they account for over 50% of the world's GDP and influence virtually every aspect of international commerce, from supply chains to technological progress. The United States stands as a leader in democratic capitalism, innovation, and global financial markets. It is the world's largest economy and home to technological giants like Apple, Microsoft, and Google, shaping consumer behavior and tech trends globally. China is the world's manufacturing and trade giant. It is rapidly advancing as a tech leader, rivaling the West in AI, green technology, and digital infrastructure. Over recent decades, China has lifted millions out of poverty, transforming itself into the second-largest economy. Japan remains one of the most resilient economies, combining technological expertise in areas like robotics and automotive innovation with world-renowned corporate productivity. Despite challenges like a shrinking population, it is a pivotal player in the global economic ecosystem. While all three countries are powerhouses, they face unique hurdles that could reshape their futures, and ours, in the near term. Let's delve into each of their stories individually. The United States holds its position as the world's largest economy, driven by its dominance in innovation, technology, and financial markets. Home to Silicon Valley, the U.S. has long been at the forefront of creating technologies like artificial intelligence, big data, and renewable energy solutions. The country's diverse workforce, world-class universities, and entrepreneurial culture ensure its continued leadership in key industries. However, the U.S. faces significant challenges. Inflationary pressures have increasingly constrained economic growth, while income inequality and political polarization continue to raise concerns about social cohesion. Additionally, its aging infrastructure and supply chain vulnerabilities have highlighted the need for reinvestment in manufacturing sectors and local production. Yet, the U.S. is taking steps to address these issues. Legislative measures aimed at reshoring critical industries, boosting green energy investments, and advancing manufacturing are positioning it as a domestic and international economic leader. Its pursuit of clean energy leadership, particularly in wind, solar, and electrification industries, will heavily influence global environmental strategies. By 2025, the U.S. economy is expected to remain resilient, though slower GDP growth compared to past decades may be inevitable. Its ability to retain its leadership position will depend on balancing domestic reforms with a strong international presence. China's transformation over the last 3 decades is nothing short of extraordinary. From a manufacturing-driven economy, it has rapidly evolved into an innovation powerhouse. Ranking among the global leaders in green energy technologies, artificial intelligence, and digital infrastructure, China's economic machine has proven highly adaptive. A significant driver of this success has been the nation's investments in strategic infrastructure projects like the Belt and Road Initiative, which broaden China's influence across Asia, Africa, and Europe. Moreover, its domestic markets, with over 1.4 billion consumers, make it one of the most lucrative hubs for global and local businesses alike. Despite its successes, China faces pressing challenges. Its aging population and shrinking workforce threaten long-term economic growth. In addition, geopolitical tensions, particularly with Western nations, have fueled trade disruptions and investment restrictions. Struggles for technological self-reliance have led to intensified government focus on national innovation capabilities. China's vision for 2025 entails closing these gaps through internal reforms and strategic partnerships. Its agenda includes accelerating a shift toward a consumer-driven economy, expanding sustainable energy capabilities, and positioning itself as a global tech leader. The next few years will determine its ability to adapt and thrive in an increasingly competitive and fragmented world economy. Known as the land of the rising sun, Japan continues to be a key player despite its relatively small size compared to the US and China. Japan's economy thrives on a blend of technological excellence, high-quality manufacturing, and innovation in areas like robotics and automation technology. Its world-leading companies like Toyota, Sony, and Panasonic symbolize global excellence. However, challenges loom large. Japan faces one of the fastest aging populations in the world, leading to a shrinking workforce and placing enormous strain on public resources like healthcare and pensions. The country's heavy reliance on imported energy also makes it vulnerable to price fluctuations within global markets. Yet, Japan's culture of constant reinvention is its key strength. Recent corporate reforms have sparked innovation in green technologies and digital transformation. Investments in renewable energy sources and carbon neutrality plans signal Japan's intent to play a leading role in sustainability efforts by 2025. As Japan enters the future, its focus remains clear, combining its renowned technological expertise and efficiency to counterbalance its demographic and energy challenges. Its track record of resilience suggests it will find ways to maintain its global influence in a world dominated by larger players. Now that we've examined each country individually, it's time to compare how the United States, China, and Japan stack up against one another. One of the most striking differences is workforce composition. While the United States benefits from a growing and diverse workforce, both China and Japan face significant demographic challenges due to rapidly aging populations. The US and Japan have taken different approaches to combat this issue. Japan leans on technological advancements like robotics, while the US leverages immigration as a driver of labor force expansion. Trade strategies also reveal fascinating contrasts. The US and China have been locked in trade disputes, reshaping global supply chains. Meanwhile, Japan aligns itself with regional trade policies like the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, to counterbalance dependencies. Technology leadership is another critical frontier. All three nations are pushing hard for dominance in areas like artificial intelligence, automation, and green innovation. While the US excels in AI and digital platforms, China is quickly closing the gap with its domestic tech giants like Huawei and Tencent. Japan, although a smaller player in digital technologies, remains ahead in industrial and automotive innovation. These differences highlight the varied strategies being pursued by each nation, underlining why their trajectories will reshape global economic trends. The influence of this economic showdown extends far beyond the US, China, and Japan. Their policies and progress will ripple across global markets, reshaping key trends that affect everyone. Global supply chains. China's dominance in manufacturing and exports remains unmatched, but intensifying trade restrictions with Western countries have forced diversification. Companies are increasingly looking to other nations like Vietnam and India for supply chain alternatives. Meanwhile, the US is focusing on reshoring industries and strengthening regional trade partnerships, disrupting global economic flows. Financial markets. The US dollar remains the backbone of global finance. Yet, China's push to internationalize its currency, the yuan, could challenge this position. Japan's yen also plays a stabilizing role during periods of volatility. By 2025, the balance between these financial systems could impact currencies, global stocks, and investment patterns. Climate and sustainability. All three nations are investing heavily in sustainability, which will shape global climate strategies ahead. The US is leading in green tech innovation with large-scale investments in renewable energy, while China dominates the manufacturing of solar panels and electric vehicle components. Japan, despite its energy import dependencies, is committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2050, with interim milestones shaping its industrial strategy by 2025. Looking ahead, the US, China, and Japan each face distinct futures in this economic showdown. The United States is expected to maintain its leadership, particularly in tech and finance. However, its ability to address rising inequality and foster continuous innovation will be crucial. Political stability will also play a key role in maintaining its dominant position. For China, the road ahead involves managing its demographic decline, resolving trade conflicts, and strengthening domestic resilience. If it succeeds, it could position itself as the undisputed global tech and trade leader. Japan's nuanced strategy appears focused on steady and sustainable growth. Leveraging automation and global collaborations could enable it to remain a key player despite its population challenges. Its role in climate innovation may also ensure its significance in world affairs. By 2025, these three economies will not only define their own trajectories but also shape the decisions of countries worldwide. The domino effects of their policies will resonate globally, influencing industries, policies, and lives across borders. As a global citizen, understanding the economic showdown between the US, China, and Japan is essential. Their competition and collaboration will dictate the direction of innovation, climate action, and economic stability worldwide. These nations are shaping a future filled with challenges and opportunities. By staying informed about their trajectories, we can better prepare for the ripple effects that will inevitably extend beyond their borders. The next few years will be critical as these giants redefine global economics, engage in strategic competition, and pave the way for the future we all share. How this competition unfolds will ultimately determine who sets the tone for the world in 2025 and beyond, an insightful journey we all should pay attention to. Thank you for exploring this economic showdown with us. Stay curious, stay tuned, and let's chart this journey into our shared future together. Subscribe, share, and like for more informative videos. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more watching.